Hey guys, Becca C. Smith here, and today I wanted to do an update on all the screenplays that I entered this year. So if you saw my previous video, I said I was going to enter 5 contests. I did enter 5 contests, but they didn't end up being the ones that I mentioned. I mean, some of them were, but some of them I did not enter. So I had said I was going to enter Nichols, Austin, Page International, Tracking Bee, and Writer's Lab. I did not enter Tracking Bee and Writer's Lab. The more research I did into that, the more I just didn't see it as something that, well, like with Writer's Lab, you have to actually travel to the place. It's like a retreat, and I just didn't. The timing, I think, when they said it was going to happen, I can't remember. I just was like, this isn't going to work. So I didn't enter that one. And Tracking Bee I did not enter because there's only one real big success story, and that's Mickey Fisher that did Extant. He actually came in second, but he got a manager and sold Extant, which became a show on CBS, which my husband did the visual effects for. I actually got to meet Mickey a couple times, and he's seriously one of the sweetest humans on the planet. Well deserved. Amazing writer as well. The 2 screenplay competitions that I swapped out for were Slam Dance and Filmatic Comedy Award. Just because Marnie and I wrote a teleplay that's a comedy, so we really wanted to enter something that was solely for comedies. Okay, so how did I do? Nichols, you can only enter 1 this year, and so I had to pick between my absurd comedy, Climalia Bailey Is Taken, and Sweet Falls, which is a thriller horror. And I picked Climalia Bailey Is Taken. I knew it was a risk because this is the Academy. They tend to like dramas. I mean, they actually have a breakdown somewhere. Is it on their site, or like some other person wrote a breakdown of all the winners and what genre wins the most? And like drama is like almost the entire pie, and comedy is eek. I just thought it might be good luck because I've made the semifinals of Nichols before with an absurd comedy. So I was like, maybe they just like my absurd comedies. But apparently not, because I did not place. I won't know until the beginning of the year if I made the first round, which, knock on wood, so far I've been able to do every year for the last 4 or 5 years, but I did not hit the quarterfinals round. The second contest I entered was Austin, and I did make the quarters. Yay! I made it with Climalia Bailey Is Taken, so at least Austin liked my absurd comedy. Thank you, Austin. So that'll be helpful because the last 2 years in a row, I entered Geraldine's Alley, the screenplay, and I made the quarters with that 2 years in a row. So now I have a history of making the quarters of Austin every single year for 3 years in a row. So hopefully that will help in terms of getting a manager. We'll see. The third contest I entered was Page International. That was features only, so I entered Sweet Falls and Climalia Bailey, and I did not place it all in Page. The next one was Slam Dance, and I've had luck with Slam Dance in the past, I'll admit. I had made the finals back in the early 2000s. 2 years in a row, actually. I made it with it was a pilot, and it was something that there was a production company that kind of joined up with them for, I think, at least 1 year. It's called Fox 21. And so I made the finals with a pilot in that one, and then the following year with a different pilot, I made the finals with that as well. So, but this year, I made the quarters with Will. What did I name? I didn't, it used to be called Will. I'm calling it something else. I changed it because Will Smith came out with his biography called Will, so I changed the title. But I did make the quarters, which actually in Slam Dance is a lot better than most quarters because I was actually in the top 29. Their semifinals is the top 8, and then their finals is the top, I think, 3. So I thought when I saw I was in the quarters, I was like, yay, like I was excited, right? But then when I look at the list and there's only 29 other people, I'm like, what? So hopefully that will help as well. We shall see. And then the last one that I entered is the Filmatic Comedy Screenplay Awards. And that one I entered the script with Marnie and we made the quarters. Yay! So 3 out of the 5 contests I placed in. So I feel like that's good. We'll see. I think Marnie and I are going to try to get a manager together, even though we have these separate projects that we've both done. And by the way, Marnie entered like, I think 10 contests and she placed in like 8. So she's killing it this year. I'm like, I did 3, but she's a great writing partner, obviously. So yeah, so we're going to try to get a manager together and I'm going to document that process on this channel because I don't know if it's that different from getting a manager or agent for books because I've never really pursued that. But I don't know because we're going to query, I'm going to contact some of my friends that are in the industry that are writers and see if maybe they can help me out. So we have some options and I think we're going to start that at the beginning of next year because obviously with the holidays, I don't think it's a great time to query. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. We're not going to do it though because of the holidays. So we're going to wait till January, which actually gives us time to finish the feature that we are currently working on. That's it. I actually did better than I thought. I mean, of course, I wanted to place in Nichols. It sucked that we could only enter 1 this year because normally you can enter 3 and it definitely helps with the odds, but it's all right. It's all right. I can take it. But Austin, I'm happy about, and Slam Dance, I was actually really happy about because that wasn't one I was going to enter. And then I just remember because I had such good luck with it so a long time ago that I was like, you know what? I'll just do it. And then I ended up making the top 29 with my pilot. So I'm excited. The funny thing is that no one contest, even though I entered almost both my pilots and screenplays into each contest, it is funny that there were all different screenplays that placed. I think that's good. Maybe I don't know. I feel like that's good because that shows that it's not just one fluke of a screenplay that won all the contests or placed in all the contests or whatever, that it is 3 separate contests. And because Marnie and I are trying to get a manager together, it is very helpful that our script placed in the comedy awards. So that was probably the best aspect of that. Thank you guys so much for joining, and let me know if you entered into any contests and if you placed in any contests or if you won. That would be amazing. I'm cheering you all on. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!